Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. In this class we will focus on the hips. You will be needing a block or a book that looks like a block for the last postures. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's come to our seated position. You can sit in easy posture with the legs crossed, or you can also sit over your heels and knees. And we're just going to close the eyes to tune in for a little bit. Relax your palms. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale it out through your mouth. So last practice we did a breathing technique in which we inhaled and we exhaled in 3 parts. Now we're going to do it differently. We're going to inhale in 3 parts and then exhale in 1. So we're gonna divide our inhales. First, take a deep inhale, just 1 long deep breath in. Exhale it out through your mouth. Soften your shoulders. And now we're going to start again, but divide your inhale in 3 parts. Ready? Inhale for a little bit. Hold. Continue inhaling. Second part. Hold. Finish the inhale all the way at the top. Hold. And exhale it out through 1 long deep breath out through your mouth. You got it? Okay, let's do it again. It's a beautiful breathing technique to start to bring energy into the body. So 3 equal parts. Inhale for 1 part. Hold. Second part, inhale. Hold. Finish the inhale. Hold. Exhale it out. Nice and slow. One more time. 3 parts. Inhale. First part. Hold. Second part. Inhale. Hold. Third part, finish the inhale. Hold. Exhale it out through your mouth. All right, I'm sure you're doing great. We're gonna do 3 more rounds, but the next rounds we're gonna exhale through the nose rather than through the mouth. Ready? 3 parts, inhale. Inhale, first part. Hold. Second part, inhale. Hold. Finish the inhale. Hold. Exhale through your nose. Okay, we have 2 more. Inhale, first part. Hold. Second part, inhale. Hold. Third part, finish the inhale. Hold it at the top. Exhale through the nose. All of the air out, all of it. Okay, last one. Inhale, first part. Hold. Second part, inhale. hold. Third part, finish the inhale, hold, and exhale through your nose. Nice, long, deep breath out. Slowly finish all of the air out in your lungs. And now just relax and hold. Breathe normally. So that is a great technique. Whenever you feel a little down, a little bit low of energy, you do inhales in the 3 parts and exhale 1 long breath out. Okay? Now, we're gonna stretch the arms back behind us and interlace the fingers so that we can start widening our chest. Taking a couple of breaths in and out through your nose, nice and slow. Now, keeping the fingers interlaced, bend the elbows and bring the hands to next to your right hip. And then bring the right ear down towards your right shoulder. Just feeling anything that comes along on the left side of your shoulder and your neck. And then slowly release the head back to the center. Stretch your arms back again, interlace the fingers. Pull the navel in, and this time bring your hands next to your left hip. And this time we bring the left ear down. And breathe through your right side, your right shoulder and your neck. And then slowly release, bring the head back to the center. Relax your hands and just check it out if you need to. Let's come to all fours. And we're gonna begin to bring the movement into the body, just moving in circles or side to side, whatever flows. Forward and back. And then coming back to the center, we're going to do cat and cow, but we're going to turn the fingers to face the knees. Fingers pointing towards the knees. If this is too much for your wrists, that's okay. Just stay with the fingers facing forward. And we're going to inhale as you send your chest up. And then exhale as you pull the navel in into your little cave, rounding of the spine. So, vertebrae by vertebrae, right? So, inhale, slide the chest forward, middle spine, lower spine. Last thing to come up is the head. And then we do the opposite, rounding, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhaling forward. Exhaling, rounding. One more inhale. Exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. Return your fingers to face the front of your mat. And let's come sitting again on our heels and knees. Bring relax for a little bit. Now we interlace the fingers, but the palms are facing away from you, forward. This is where the inhale starts, sending the arms up, inhale, pulling the navel in, lengthening upwards from your hips. And then try to round the spine as you exhale. Looking at your chest, pulling the navel in, and then again inhale, sending the arms up, stretching up, and exhale, round. Let's do this one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back to the center, reaching the arms up, and let your arms come to the sides as you exhale, nice and slow. Let's come to all fours and into our downward facing dog. So we're gonna build some heat in this first part of our sequence, and then at the end, or half of our practice, we're going to do very nice hip stretches that we're gonna hold for a long time. So first we're gonna generate the heating energy, the solar energy, and later we're gonna do the moon energy, cooling down. Everything for the sake of the hips. Okay, so from here, you're going to lift your right leg up high towards the sky. And then nice and slowly bring your right foot next to the right hand. And bring your knee down. Now bring your hands on your hips and inhale, lift your chest up. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Lift your back knee up. Press to the back heel and begin to straighten the front leg and lift your toes up. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, bow forward. Now place the foot down and step the left foot forward into a squat. So bending the knees, bringing the palms together in front of the heart. We're gonna hold this about 3 breaths in and out through your nose. Remember, if at any point you need to exhale through your mouth like this, you can do that for a couple of breaths. And then slowly inhale, come up to standing, reaching the arms up, maybe taking a little back bend here, keeping your hands together. And exhale, go back into your squat. Plant the palms down and step the feet back into plank. Lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now lift your left leg up on the inhale. And on the exhale, nice and slowly, step the left foot on the outside of your left hand. Bring your knee down. Hands on the hips and inhale, slowly come up. Press onto your back toes to lift the back knee up. And as you begin to send the hips back, you begin to straighten the front leg. Maybe the toes come up, maybe they stay down. Figure what is best for you, injury-free and respecting your knee. Fold into the stretch. And then slowly planting your left foot down, bend the knee, send the right foot forward for our squat. Bringing the hands together, taking a couple of breaths. Nice and slow, let's come up all the way up into standing, reaching the arms up, maybe taking a little back bend, extending upwards, and then on the exhale, sit back again on your squat. Plant the palms down and step the feet back to Chaturanga Dandasana, lower down, inhale upward, and exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up high towards the sky. And this time, step it next to the right foot again. But this time coming to a high lunge, inhale. You can send your arms up, or for this class purpose, you can keep your hands on your hips so that you can press the hips down with your hands and lengthen upwards. And slowly begin to straighten the front leg and fold. Relax your hands if you want. And now inhale, bend the front knee, step the left foot forward. This time we're gonna do a squat, but an active squat. So we're not really resting down. We're keeping the hips up, sending the arms forward, like you're holding a crystal ball. And then slowly coming up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit on your, remember, active squat. So we don't want to bring the hips all the way down in resting. We're keeping those thighs active. Feeling that fire. Fold forward, exhale. Step the feet back. Lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward. And exhale, downward facing dog. Reach your left leg up high towards the sky. Nice and slowly step the foot forward again next to your left hand, but this time you have the option of keeping the back knee up on the inhale, reaching the arms up or bringing the hands to your hips. Pressing down with your hands, pressing the hips, the legs may be shaking, feeling that heat in the legs. And cooling down through the arms. Begin to straighten the front leg. On your exhale, fold forward. Maybe release the hands down. Finding our active squat. So bend the front knee. Step the right foot forward. Activate your squat. Bend the knees. Reach the arms forward like you're holding a crystal ball. Don't let it fall. And then slowly come up on the inhale. Hands to the center of your heart. we have created some heat, maybe we can set an intention for our practice. Inhale, reach the arms up, keeping the hands together. Exhale, sit in your active squat. And again, if today is not in you, the active squat, then do a resting squat. So you have to figure out where you are today. In what place are you? Exhale, fold. Every day is different. And on the inhale, step or jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower down nice and slowly. Inhale, upward. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up, point the toes, and on the exhale, step the foot forward. Come into a warrior two, but this time also you have the options that for this class you may keep your hands on your hips, and you imagine that your right arm, just like we do in warrior two, we extend to the right arm and we see the middle finger. Well, same thing, except we look forward to the horizon and concentrate in the heat that you are creating through your legs, through the foundation, pressing through the feet, your support. Keeping the chest broad and wide. Remember, rather than collapsing down, we're lifting up. And now we simply are going to bring the left hand down. Left hand down. We're gonna find our side plank here on the left side. So pivot your left foot, spiral your left foot, and then bring your right foot on top of the left. So you have variations. You know that we have variations. You can bring your left knee down. That's one variation. You can bring both feet together, lift the hips up high. You can do a bridge, a wild thing, like a back bend here. So find where you are today and take the posture. And then we all come back to side plank. Lift the right leg up, bring the knee in front of the chest, and step the right foot forward. Again, yes. Now we're gonna bring the right hand on the inside of the foot, plant the back heel down, and we're gonna do extended side angle by bringing the right elbow on top of the thigh. And again, without using the arms. If today you feel like using the arms, use them. Otherwise, for this class purpose, you can use your elbow pressing your inner thigh. And then slowly come back up. Straighten through the front leg. We're gonna do triangle without the arms. So keeping your hands on your hips, slowly side bending to the right. Pulling the navel in like a starfish here. Try to not to bring your left shoulder forward. And even here, find your gaze. Bend the front knee, open your arms, reverse. And helicopter your arms back to Chaturanga Dandasana with the right leg back. Point the toes, lower down. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Rinsing it out. Now send your left leg up towards the sky, point the toes. Nice and slowly step the foot forward. Plant the back heel down for warrior 2 on the inhale, coming up. And again, you have the option of bringing your hands over your hips and gaze at your horizon on the left side. And just magnetize your feet towards one another. Notice how that feels. And then magnetize your feet towards away from each other. And notice how that feels. And then slowly we simply bring the right hand down, getting ready for our side plank on our right hand supported. So again, you can bring your right knee down for support or both feet together, hips up, left arm can go up, maybe into a bridge. And then we'll come back to side plank. Lift the left leg up, knee next to the chest, and step the left foot forward. Pivot your right foot until you press the heel down. Left hand goes on the inside of the foot. We're gonna get ready for our extended side angle. So slowly lifting the torso up, bringing the left elbow to your thigh, and then opening to your right shoulder. And again, you can rest your hand on your hip or keep your left hand on your left hip without using the arms. And you may notice that one side feels more challenging than the other one. And then slowly straighten your leg. We're gonna do triangle without the arms. So slowly keeping the hands, making sure that your chest is facing forward together with the hips. That's what happens when we use the arms, because we wanna use the arms, then we sacrifice the integrity of the chest. So chest and hips are facing one same line, and then slowly we come into our triangle variation, side bending over to the left, keeping the right shoulder back, maybe looking up. Imagine that you want to spiral your chest up towards the ceiling. Remember, we don't collapse down, we keep lifting up by pressing through the right foot, keeping that right thigh very strong. And then slowly release that. Bend the left knee. Take a reverse here, almost as if you're not using your arm. And then helicopter the arms. Step the left foot back for three-legged chaturanga. Nice and controlled. Inhale upward. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now bend the knees, gaze outside of your hands and hop forward into your active squat. Hands are grabbing the crystal ball. Slowly inhale, come up. Hands together in front of the heart. Exhale. Inhale, keeping your hands together. Send the arms up. If you want to add a little back bend here or not. Exhale into your active squat. Coming into all the way low squat. Bringing the hands together and playing for our crow pose here. Remember, placing the palms down, elbows on the inner thigh, tilting forward and back, forward and back. Maybe lift the toes up, forward and back. So rarely we do these movements, so it's very, very common that it feels awkward or wrong or challenging. But the more you practice these movements, being in our hands, so important as being in our feet, just like animals. So practice these and one day you'll get it. Sometimes the body just needs a new route, right? So maybe lift your toes up and release. Maybe some of you can jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower down. Inhale upward. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now lift your right leg up. And very slowly step it forward for a high lunge on your back toes with the hands on your hips once again. And this time, interlace the fingers behind your neck or your head, wherever it feels comfortable, to open through the chest. Now try bending the left knee and bring it close to the floor, but not touching. And pulling upwards with your spine, back bend. Now straighten the front leg. And slowly, mindfully fold forward. You can bring the hands down. Now bring the left knee down. Bend the left knee. Try to grab your foot with your right hand. And then twist your right shoulder back. Back to our three-legged dog. Let's go directly into upward facing dog. So no chaturanga, upward and downward facing dog. Exhale. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. And on the exhale, step the foot forward for our high lunge. Inhaling, bringing the torso up, bending the left knee, hands on the hips. Find your balance. And now interlace your fingers, grab the back of your neck, or your head to get a nice opening. Bend the right knee a little bit more, bring it to the floor. From that, energize upwards and backwards. Slowly come up, straighten the front leg, and slowly pulling the navel in, folding forward. Maybe bring your hands down and breathe. Slowly bring your right knee down. Bend your right knee, lift your right foot up, and then grab with the left hand. Maybe you cannot grab today. That's okay, that's where we are. And maybe look up. Or maybe today we cannot look up. Maybe it's better to gaze forward to the top of the mat. So find your gaze, it really doesn't matter as long as you keep your gaze nice and steady. Not even blinking the eyes. I know it's hard for me to soften through your face. And slowly let that go. And come to your three-legged chaturanga. Left leg back. Let's go directly into upward. Inhale. Exhale, downward. Take an inhale. Exhale out through your mouth. Again, inhale. Now we're gonna take about 3 hops forward and back. Okay, look at your hands, bend your knees, hop forward, hop back. Look forward, bend the knees, hop forward, hop back. Last one, bend the knees, gaze forward, hop forward, hop back. Downward facing dog. Separate the feet wider, and begin to walk your hands to your feet. And relax here as you grab your elbows. Maybe move from side to side gently. So we're gonna do a little twist here. Bring your right hand on top of your left foot. So opposite hand and foot. And then twist over to the left. And rather than opening the arm like we always do, just bring your hand to your hip. Try to send your right shoulder towards the ceiling. And let that go, release. Other side, so bring your left hand on the right foot, right hand, right hip. So we're twisting, opening to the right shoulder. And slowly release, bend the knees, make yourself nice and comfortable here. Grab hold of your elbows. And then slowly walk your hands forward to our downward facing dog. Okay, we're gonna begin our calling part. So lift your right leg up and we're gonna go into our pigeon. So bring your knee next to the right wrist. Remember that the chin should not be parallel to the floor. should not be parallel to the front of the mat. Rather, we have it like in a diagonal with the toes pointed to protect your knee. Now we kind of play here with the hips to center them, press into the hands, and then slowly walk your hands forward and relax your forehead down. All right, slowly letting that go by using your hands and taking it back to our downward facing dog. Shake it if you need to. We're gonna go directly into an upward facing dog, coming forward, hips down, and exhale downward. And we move into the other side. So lift your left leg up, stretch it back, point the toes, and then slowly bring your knee next to the left wrist. Slide your right leg back. Now create a little back bend here, making sure that the front shin is not parallel to the front of the mat. And then slowly fading back into the floor. Once we hold the posture, we don't move, we don't talk, we just breathe. And then slowly coming out of the posture back into our downward facing dog. directly into upward facing dog. And this time we slowly come all the way down. Send your arms back. And now don't, just like we, for the purpose of this practice, of today's practice, forget about the arms and let them just follow you as you inhale. And then exhale, coil back down. Rest completely, and then inhale again, pulling the navel in. And exhale, slowly back down. One more time, inhale, press your pelvis into the floor, pull the navel in. And exhale, lower down. And come into a child's pose. I forgot to mention that we need a block or a book. If you want, if you don't have it, that's okay. So go get it. I'll wait for you here for a little bit. A book or a block or anything that looks like it. Now come to all fours, cross your ankles, sit back for our next postures. We're gonna send the legs forward, both legs forward. So notice I'm going to mention your right, your left, okay? You don't have to look at my sides. So you're going to bend the right knee and the right foot goes outside the left foot, and then we hug our right leg as we twist back. Bring the right hand back if you need to. Take a couple of breaths here into the moment. And release. So we're gonna do right away the other side. So send your right leg forward, bend your left knee, the left foot goes outside your right leg, and you sort of like hug your knee as you twist. And then slowly release. Send both legs forward. Okay, so we're going to bend the right knee, lift the knee up, bend it, and bend the left knee, but the left knee is on the floor. So this is where the block goes. The block can go under the left knee. And then the right knee goes on top of it. Everything almost like in one line. So adjust yourself, take your time. Before you do any folding forward, stretch or something, you have to make sure that you are aligned. Your spine is aligned and centered. Both hips are rooting down. If they're not, then that means that you need to move your feet. You need to make sure everything is aligned. Okay? Now you can fold, even if it's just a little bit, you can fold and relax. visualization. I always talk about how important is the process of visualization in yoga, because most of the things that are happening right now are from within, and when most of our life, 90% of our life is outside, we have a tendency to always see the outside. We can see our legs, we can see our arms, we can see our faces in the mirror, right? But to see from within, that's the practice of yoga. One of the aspects of practicing yoga, in any case. So right now we're going within, going in depth within. So as we get to know ourselves from the inside, it always helps to visualize, use the imagination. If I were to ask you right now, an organ is being compressed, which one will it be? Can you find which organ is being compressed? Can you identify it? And if you don't, you're not alone. That's okay. Most of us don't know until later, of course. With our yoga practice, we begin to identify our organs, get in touch with our organs, our inner body, as much as we do with our arm. That's why there's no magic when you see yogis that are able to hold the breath for longer than a minute, or things like that that may seem like a miracle, but they're not really a miracle. They're practices that are practiced over and over and over again. And the inner body becomes as visible as the outer body. Slowly release. Relax by stretching your legs forward. Oh, I know that I need to check them a lot. Whew, so much tension on the hips, I'll tell you. It never gets easier. Especially if you run or you do any other activities, if you sit. I know I practice in the piano and I sit for long, long hours. So I feel it. Okay, let's do the other side. Now, the left knee.
Correction. Right leg at the bottom.
I think. Yes, I hope I did.
Right leg at the bottom. Left leg at the top.
Yes, I think so. If you feel that it is the other side, then go to the other side. That's what I'm talking about, intuition. Which side do you think it feels like you need to work on, right? That's the other side. Okay, take a couple of breaths here, neutralizing your spine.
Well, your intuition was wrong, Naz, because you're doing the same side again.
And then slowly release. And if I'm doing the same side again, because it really feels so tight, that means that maybe I needed it longer. So, relax into it. It's almost like it's a cascade. Your exhales are a cascade. And you are feeling that space that feels so tight. You're feeling it with water, with new oxygen. Forward, shake it out. Now we're gonna separate the legs wide apart with the feet flexed. We're gonna bring our book or our block, flex the feet, and we're gonna fold and bring the forearms into the block. And we're just gonna hold it here. So you can even do something bigger than a book, or you can do a chair and hold yourself on the chair. So remember, we don't have to go down too deep to feel something. Important to visualize also how your exhales travel into the space within. Imagine all of the liquids inside the body flowing like rivers. You can almost also visualize that your body is like water hose, and inside of it runs water. Once there's a little lock somewhere, then it's impossible for the water to flow. And then slowly let go of that, release, and we're going to put the block or the book on the side. Bring your legs together. Slowly come all the way down. So now we're going to do something opposite for the hips. We're going to bend the knees, feet hip-width distance apart. Pull the navel in, press your palms into the floor, and send your hips up. So you see how now we're doing the opposite. Where we were hinging forward, now we're doing the opposite. So that's why when the holes, it bends and then it extends. We are creating flexibility in the body with these movements. Keep pressing your hips up. You can even go into a full bridge. I cannot believe the time went by so fast. I hope that you can still stay with me after an hour just to relax the body. It's very important to relax the body after the practice. Then slowly release, and it's equally important to do another bridge, okay? So we're gonna do bridge again, but if you wanna do wheel, you start by bringing your hips up like a bridge, pressing through your feet, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, pulling the navel in, lifting the hips, and then extending through the arms, pushing through your hands. And then slowly, at your own, release back down, head down, crown of the head down. Bring your spine down into the floor. Hold your knees in towards your chest. Feel free to move them side to side. And come into your final relaxation, Shavasana. Bring the hands over your belly button, just for a couple of breaths. For 3 breaths to be precise, we're gonna inhale nose, exhale mouth. Now inhale mouth, exhale nose, inhale mouth, and exhale mouth. Relax your arms by your sides, turn your palms facing up, close your eyes. Feel free to use a blanket for your shoulders if you're cold, or to close your eyes and cover your eyes. And visualize a light in the crown of your head. And it has a cord in which you pull down to turn it on. With your exhales, and letting the whole body get bathed with that light. And you turn it on again by pulling the cord downwards into the body, so that the light permeates everywhere around, inside, out of your body. And again, you turn it on so that you relax into the space where you are. And you can visualize the sunlight bathing your whole body, and your whole body feels so warm. And the heat allows you to become so relaxed and very comfortable. Like you are wrapping yourself with a warm blanket. A blanket of rays of the sun. Allowing you to get more and more comfortable each time as you get very relaxed in your meditation. And then perhaps you would like to visualize the moon and you notice how the moon cools you down. You feel so fresh. So calm. And you feel the qualities of the moon which are grounding you, calming you down, cooling you down. Continue to let go. Piece by piece. Letting go of the hips in which we worked. It's not any longer necessary to move or hold onto the hips. And neither in your shoulders are taking in the process of relaxation, because as you notice, it doesn't happen automatically. It happens as any process. It happens slowly. It takes time. We just started telling the body to relax after a practice. So it's going to take a little while for it to become completely numb. But you have to have faith in the process. You have to give it time. You also have to do your work by mentally finding places that resist gravity to relax them. So we are always holding on to the feet. And the more you practice yoga, the faster you can relax your feet completely in this posture. if you are a beginner in yoga, you may notice that your feet are, or maybe a little tense. That's okay, just keep trying your best. And same thing with the hands. I noticed that with beginners, it's very common for the hands to feel tight or to hold on to the fingers, maybe even making fists. So that is completely normal. Just keep doing your best and try to not to feel them. Just relax them and let go of every finger, your thumbs, your index fingers, the middle fingers, the fourth fingers and the little fingers. And same thing with the shoulders. Always keep coming back to the shoulders, because the shoulders, as I always say, there are storage places for tension. Holding on to them. So just try to keep them broad and relax them. And continue with this process as long as you need to. You can stay here from 10 minutes, which is the recommended time, at least 10 minutes after your practice. Or maybe if you have 20 minutes available, even better. 30 minutes, absolutely beautiful practice. If you do 30 minutes, if you have the chance to have 30 minutes here, I highly, highly recommend it. That you keep immersing into this vastness of deep relaxation. Highly recommend this practice every day of your life. You'll see how it brings out the miracles in you. So stay here as long as you need to. And remember to come out of it nice and slowly. Never rush yourself into it, and maybe you can sit for a little bit in easy posture, meditating. Stay here as long as you need to. I bow to you. Namaste.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Click like on the bell button to receive notifications when I upload a new video. Hit the like button, share, comment, and keep on loving. Remember that the world opens when you are open.